going to hold them. You can put one hand to your baby's heart and one hand to your own, or you can just hold both hands of baby in the lap if that's what they like. We're just going to close the eyes down if that feels good. And we're going to start our breathing. So just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then HA out through the mouth. Take a nice breath in. And HA sound it out. Take a deep breath in as if you're smelling your favourite flower. And then as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Take a breath in and maybe even smell your baby's head. I love the smell of Theo. So breathe in your baby. And then allow that smell of your baby just to relax you, relaxing through those shoulders, relaxing through that tight neck. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, calming through your mind. Relax the thighs. Notice if you're gripping in the hips. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Notice if you're tensioning at the jaw. Often at nights we can find ourselves clenching with our jaw. So see if you are. Give it a little wiggle from side to side. Inhale. Sit up nice and tall. Start to focus on that posture. Shoulders back, chest open. Exhale. Relaxing through. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Stacking head over heart, heart over pelvis. Think of that broom down the back. Exhale, release. Let all that tension go. Final breath as we inhale. Breathe in that fresh air. Fill the lungs. Allow yourself to fill with energy, particularly if you're feeling low. And then exhale, grounding down, release, calm. Now if your baby's happy where they are, you can stay with them sitting in your lap. We're just going to do some neck rolls. So gently in a clockwise direction, using that breath, keeping it at the same pace. Inhale. Start to roll the head in a clockwise direction. Notice if there's any tension. Notice if there's any clicks. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one in a clockwise direction, and then we'll change directions. Slowly in the opposite, and start to notice as you circle your neck, are you hunching up your shoulders at any point? Breathing in, breathing out. Relax the shoulders down if you can. Final circle here, and then coming back to center. If you have your eyes closed, you can just flutter them open. If you haven't started that, hello, hello, said Theo to everybody. As you open your eyes, if you want to press play on the playlist, you can. If you want to stay with that nice peaceful quiet and a nice big yawn, then we can. So if you like, you can pop your baby down on the mat. Otherwise, we're just going to continue stretching through the side of the neck. So if your baby's holding your hand, just keep holding baby and take your right ear to your right neck. Relaxing through and releasing any tension. Now, if you have got your hand free, your left hand free, you can take it to the side to take the fingers to the mat to get a little extra stretch through the side of the neck. If not, just keeping hold of your baby's hands, keeping that connection. And really just releasing any tension that's there. Relax those shoulders. Take one more breath here, and then gently on the inhale, come back to center. Let's take it to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. It always makes me laugh when they make little noises. Like they're trying to communicate the most important thing in the world to you. Once again, if your right arm is free, you can take it to the side. Just take the fingertips to the mat and allow yourself to relax that right shoulder. So you really want to feel that stretch through the neck. Breathing in and breathing out. And often this is just quite nice to do if you're breastfeeding, or if you're after you've been bottle feeding because you've been hunching over maybe. Just get that nice stretch, just take a few moments while baby's on the mat or sitting in your lap just digesting. And then gently come back to center. Yeah. So from here, we're we're just going to take a cat-cow position. So you place your baby on the mat, just facing you. Yeah. Gently lay them down. There we go. And we're going to meet in all fours. Here we are. Yeah. So from here, just make sure that you are keeping your eye contact with baby. And if you want, you can take that block or that cuddly toy between the knees. And this is just to help you if you have trouble connecting with that pelvic floor, because by squeezing it together, it just helps to ignite it a bit. So we're going to do cat-cow, and because we're doing cat-cow, we're going to do some noises. We're going to do cat, and we're going to do meow, and cow, we're going to do moo. So as you inhale, drop the belly, raise the gaze, moo. And then as you exhale, draw navel to spine, meow. Really round through the back, push through the hands, pull navel to spine. Feel the stretch through the upper back, and then as we inhale, moo, coming into our cow position. Really allow the belly to drop down, open the chest, relax the shoulders, allow the neck to release any tension. Notice if you're gripping at the jaw. Exhale, draw that navel to spine, rounding through the back. If you're able to kiss your baby's feet, if they're playing with their feet in the air, then have a little play, a little smile. Let's do 3 more of these. So as we inhale, moo, a cow sound, yeah. Drop the belly, raise the gaze. Exhale, round through, draw navel to spine, push through the arms, draw navel to spine, engage that pelvic floor, so squeeze the block if you need to. Inhale, 2 more, moo. Exhale, cat, meow. Kissing baby's little feet or arms if they're playing in the air. Once more, inhale, moo. Draw the shoulders back. Feel that beautiful stretch in the lower back. And then exhale, last one. Meow. Really stretch and round through the back. Grip that block. And then gently come back to a neutral spine. We're going to work on a bit of hip opening, so you can take the block to the side, keeping in our all fours position. We're going to do 10 on each side. So from here, we're going to inhale. Exhale, lifting our knee parallel to the side, okay? So it's like a dog peeing up the tree. Exhale, inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale, lift it up for 2. Inhale, back to center. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, 5. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lift that knee. 6. Try and get it perpendicular. Try and get that knee in line with the hip as we raise it for 7. 3 more. Hello, gorgeous. For 8. Yeah. For 9. And for 10. Let's take it to the opposite side. Now start to notice the difference in your hips, particularly if you've had a sort of forceps delivery or a natural birth in any way. See if you can notice the difference in your hips. Is one more tight than the other. Inhale. Exhale, raise. For 1. For 2. For 3. If you speak another language, you can always start to count in a different language if you prefer. 4. Feel the glutes start to fire up for 5. For 6. For 7. For 8. Nearly there. Use that breath. For 9. Final one. For 10. Nice work. You'll definitely feel the glutes starting to power up then. So let's come into the arms. A bit of strength in the arms. Keep it in our cat-cow position. We're going to do 5, lowering down, chaturanga style, where we bring the elbows into the body. Kiss baby wherever you like. Lips, chest. Give them a little tickle. Push back up on the exhale. We're going to do 5 this way, and then we're going to do 5 with the elbows out to the side and back up. Using the breath, take a nice big inhale, draw navel to spine. Exhale, lowering down. 1. pushing up. For 2, pushing up, keeping eye contact with baby. For 3, pushing up. For 4, mwah. For 5, mwah. For 6, mwah. For 7, woo, mwah. 8, mwah. 9, mwah. And 10, mwah. Let's take the arms out. Here we go. So out to the sides. For 1. Let's do countdown from 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now from here, we're going to do some belly pumping. Now you can stay in your all-four position if this feels good for you. Or if you want, you can come to lie on your back. Okay, so whichever feels good for you or with your baby. And what we're going to do here, once again, if you feel like you have trouble engaging your pelvic floor, you can take that block or cuddly toy between the legs. So the important thing is we're going to take a nice big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to engage by starting with trying to stop ourselves from releasing gas. So clenching the bum, but you don't want to switch on the bum muscles, okay? So you're just looking at closing as if you're trying to hold yourself from releasing gas. Then bring it to the front, so closing off there. And then as we start to think about bringing our hips towards our rib cage, okay? So there's a slight tilt as we bring our hips towards our rib cage and suck in the belly, okay? So there's a vacuum going on here. And then if you want to really get the lock nice and strong, you can take your fingers to your nose and inhale, and it really sucks the belly in, okay? If you're lying on your back to do this, you want to push your back into the mat as much as possible. As you exhale, just slowly release it all down. Let's do that again. We're going to do 5 times. You can do this as much as you like, so it's really, really good for bringing those muscles back together. So take an inhale. As we exhale, close off as if you're trying to stop yourself from releasing gas. Clench the front as if you're stopping yourself from weeing. Clench that block if it's easier. Then start to move those hips as if they're coming towards your rib cage. And then gently, finally, pull that navel to spine. Or if you're on your back, to really push the back into the mat. Holding here, yeah. If you want, you can take your fingers to your nose, that final suction. That real lock. And then gently release. A tissue. A tissue. Yeah. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. As we exhale, blocking off gas, blocking off wee, drawing hips towards the rib cage, and then that final suck of the navel to the spine. We keep a neutral spine here, so we're not rounding through the back. It's all about the use of the pelvic floor and the whole midsection. Slowly release as we do 2 more. Take an inhale. As we exhale, clench. So think about stopping yourself from gas, stopping yourself from wee, but try and relax the glute muscles. It really is the pelvic floor muscles that we want to use. Start to move the ribs, the hips towards the rib cage. So that tilting of the pelvis. And then that final lock and suction, if you want to take your fingers to your nose. Really feel that suction there. And then slowly release. Last one, here we go. Inhale, exhale, closing off. Back, close off front, tilt the pelvis, and then finally navel to spine. Really feel that beautiful lock throughout the body. Holding here for 1 more, yeah. And then slowly release. Take that block from out between your legs if you were using it. And bring yourself into child's pose, but just so that you can make sure you can reach out and still touch your baby. So that as you're in your child's pose, you can just be tickling baby, tickling their feet. Maybe you can give them a bit of a foot massage. So finding that if you're anyone doing baby massage, that solar plexus bit in the middle of their foot, at the top, in the middle, just where it's sort of that calm button. You press that calm button and everything resets. So just allow yourself to be in child's pose, reach your arms out if you want to, giving baby a little tickle, which is also allowing you to have that nice stretch through the arms. You can also take, if you want, your hands in prayer above your head and taking them back. This also gets a nice deep opening through the chest and through the shoulders and through the neck. So allow that breath to inhale, exhale. If you want, if you've got your arms out, stretched out wide rather than in prayer pose, you can walk your hands over, reaching out towards the left, and get a nice stretch through the right hand side of the body as you breathe in, filling that area with fresh air, stretching and breathing. And then gently you can walk your hands back to center, give baby a little tickle, and walk them over to the right, getting a nice stretch through the left hand side of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow yourself to be soft in those hips, and notice once again if you're holding any tension in the neck, the shoulders or the jaw. Just allow yourself to release. Slowly come back to center and gently come back to all fours. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So just reposition yourself so that you're over your baby. We're going to tuck our toes. I'm just going to move Theo up the mat. He always likes to move down a little bit. And then from here, we're going to come up into a downward facing dog. Yeah. So from here, feel that stretch through the back of the legs. Use that breath to bend one knee and then the other, working through the backs of the legs that for me today are very tight indeed. So maybe your heels go down to the floor. If they don't, it's not a problem. And just use that breath, pedaling it out, getting a beautiful stretch through those legs. And then if you can, just let your head flop down and give it a little shake from side to side, letting go of any tension whatsoever. Maybe take a big inhale, and then HA sound, let it all go. Ah. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then from here, just gently, we're going to walk the feet up towards the hands and take a nice forward fold. So with our forward fold, make sure that the feet are hip distance apart. We're going to take our hands down towards baby, and you can either tickle your baby up and down, or we're going to sing Twinkle Twinkle. So, best voices on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. We'll do that once more, and you can go that little bit deeper if you want on your leg stretch. Ground those heels down, allow a nice generous bend in the knees if you need to, and allow yourself to hinge from the hips rather than rounding from the back. It's so easy to round from that back. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. From here, if you want, you can take your hands to your elbows and allow the head to go long, and just allow a little sway from side to side, letting go of all that tension through the back, through the neck, through the shoulders. You should feel a beautiful release. If you want, you can always take your hands down to your baby, but just allow that head to be heavy and a little sway, letting go of all that tension. How did you get your sock off? Incredible. Now we're going to start to move into aeroplane, a warrior 3. So if you need to, you can grab a little toy. We're going to take one foot forward, so the left foot forward, the right foot back. And then from here, nice and gently, we're going to take the weight into the front foot, working on our balance. If you want to, you can place the other hand down if you need that bit of support. And then from here, gently lifting up the back leg. Lots of focus and concentration here. Working the glutes. working the thigh. Breathing in using that core for 3. Breathing in for 2. And breathing in for 1. From here, gently take that back leg down. We're going to just swap sides, okay? So gently bring that back leg in. Swapping sides, take the left foot back. Once again, taking your toy, coming into aeroplane mode, and take the weight into that front leg. Gently lift the back leg up. Now, if you know you're going to wobble because one side's a bit uncertain, just take hold of the wall, not a problem. Take hold of the floor if you need to. And then lift that back leg, flex or point, but what we want to do is make sure that we're engaging that back leg, engaging the glutes, and using that breath as we breathe in for 3. The glutes can be really, really weak after pregnancy. We've got relaxing going through the body, that hormone to relax all the muscles, particularly around the pelvic floor area. And so what could be quite an easier warrior 3 for 4 can actually be really difficult right now, and those glutes can be burning at this moment. So take one more breath. Yeah. Oh, we want to get some more giggles out of you. Yeah. And then gently bring that leg back down. We're going to come back down to the floor now, working on those hips. So place your toy down. Hello. We're going to come into lizard pose. So I'm going to do it facing so you can see my legs here. Coming back down to all fours. Take that front foot and bring it out to the side. Now, if it feels good, you can keep the back leg bent if you want to. Or if it feels comfortable, you can take that leg out straight. What we're doing is we're looking just to work into the hips, okay? So push the top of the back foot down to protect the knee. If you need to, you can take that little toy and do a little bit of sensory work by moving the toy from side to side, seeing if your baby's eyes follow the toy as you breathe in and breathe out in your lizard pose. If you haven't got a toy to hand, just use your fingers and do like a twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yeah. Breathing in, breathing out. Well, you can always just make some funny faces at baby. I find this is the best way to try and just make them laugh. So let's swap sides. Gently from here, take the hands down. Bring your knee back into cat-cow. Swap sides. Take the other foot forwards. And then option to take that other leg straight back. Oh, you've fallen down your little thing a bit. Let's push you up. So breathing in, breathing out. Maybe taking an opportunity to give a little bit of milk. And really focus on those hips. If it feels not nice to stay in a stationary position, you might want to do a little bit of movement and a bit of rotation if that feels better. If not, just stay in this nice neutral position. Breathing in, breathing out. So as I said, if you've got a toy in hand, you can always use that and do a bit of practice their skills by following that toy as you move it from side to side as you get your stretch. Take a few more breaths here. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Relaxing through the body. Final breath. Exhale. We're going to take a modified side plank on each side now. So from here, gently, we're going to open ourselves up. So, bring ourselves back into our all fours. Take that knee and bend it to the side. Take the other leg out straight and then reach to the side. So we're taking a nice modified side bend. Now if you feel strong enough, you can take both legs out to the side, out straight, lifting up. Or if you do feel even stronger still, you can lift that top leg up into the air. For me, I'm going to stay here because this is a nice stretch to the top of the side body, keeping that eye contact with baby, and also an opportunity to play with them or feed them if they need to. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to sing Hot Cross Buns, purely because I've got hot cross buns on my mind at the moment. I'm wishing Easter is here. So here we go, Hot Cross Buns. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. And again. cross buns. Let's slowly take it to the opposite side. So you can simply turn yourself around, bringing one knee down, taking the other leg out long, bending that second leg, and then swapping hands with the toy or the bottle, whatever you've got. And if you want, if you've got that top arm up and over, you can do twinkle twinkle stars, or you could use some little strips of ribbon, just something for them to focus up and focus and practice their eye movement skills. Breathe in, allow yourself to enjoy that stretch through the side body. Breathing out. Breathing in for 2. And then finally breathing in for 1. Gently bring yourself back to center. And we're going to come to standing so you can leave baby on the mat for the moment. If you want to have a weights workout, then you're very welcome to lift your baby up for this one. So we're going to come into a high lunge and then take it down to a low lunge. Becca, I know you love these lunges. Once again, working on the glutes, okay? They lose a lot of strength. So with that left foot forward and the right foot back, I'm gonna hold it. We're gently going to take the knee down to the floor. So from here, engaging, back heel is off. As you exhale, bring it down to the floor. As you inhale, take it up. As you exhale, bring it down, touch the floor. Think about how you would pick your baby up this way if you could. Bring it up. Take it down for 3. Magnetize the legs together, push up. Down for 2. Pushing up. And then down for 1. Pushing up. Nice work. I haven't been nasty there by making us hold it. We're gently going to swap sides. So bring the right foot forward, the left foot back. Once again, back heel is off the floor. Coming into a high lunge to start. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, push through that front heel to bring it up. Lowering down for 4. Push up. Lowering down for 3. Feel that burn. For 2. And for 1. Gently from here, bring both feet back to the front of the mat. And we're going to just take a nice little crescent moon stretch. So, bringing the feet together. Facing baby. Bring the arms up into the air. Grabbing opposite hand to wrist. I'll just come down so you can see my screen. Opposite hand to wrist. And we're going to stretch over to the side. So if you want to do it kneeling, you can. If you want to stand up nice and tall, ground through the feet, you can. Wherever you are, keep eye contact with baby. Reach up and relax the shoulders down. As you exhale, take a nice gentle bend over. So breathe in, breathe out, enjoy the stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Someone's very happy they had their milk. Yeah. Breathe in, relax the head. Slowly, on the next inhale, we're going to come back to center. We're going to swap arms. So switch ankle, grip. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, reach over to the side. And the idea of this is to be reaching up constantly rather than thinking of dumping down through the side. The arms might feel heavy, but we're building that upper body strength. Breathing in here for 3. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in, big smiles to baby for 1. Slowly bring the arms up. And then as you bring the arms down, just flutter as if you're making nice little twinkle magic all over baby. Yeah. Now we're going to come into a little balance, and I want you to not worry about this because with balance and pregnancy, things move out of the way. So we're going to come into either tree pose, and if tree pose is too much, we're literally going to stand. You can hold onto the wall if you want to. The idea is to engage the core. Think about this area that we want to be working on. So pelvic floor, switch off the gas, switch off the wheel. Navel to spine, and then if you either come to tree pose or simply lift that front knee up and you can hold it, okay? So either here or bringing that foot to the thigh, the calf, but not the ankle. And notice where your balance is at, okay? Because through pregnancy, our center of gravity is moving all the time. So hands to heart center if it feels good. If you're feeling really daring, you can take the arms up into the air and be a proper tree. Make sure you've got a nice little bit of gap away from the baby. You could then move and do tree movements for your baby to entertain them. Breathing in for 3. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in for 1. Slowly bring the hands back through center. Release the foot and gently take it down. Yeah, so let's take it to the opposite side. From here, once again, grounding down through the foot. Gently taking either the knee up or taking the foot to the thigh. Hold onto the wall if you need to. Think of clenching everything in, grounding down. Look at your beautiful baby. Hopefully they're smiling or having a giggle. And then hands to heart center if it feels good. If you're feeling daring, woo, you can take the arms into the air and be a tree. Breathing in here for 3. Suck that belly to spine. Ground down through the foot for 2. Final breath here. Yeah, and then bring the hands through to heart center and release. Nice work, everybody. So, we're going to do our hip circles now, and if baby is okay to be picked up, then get ready to do a little bit of a workout. Hello, gorgeous. So, you're going to do another burp. I bet you do. From here, engage, lifting up, using the core to lift your baby up. Now, we're going to come into our brace mode. So, hand underneath, between the legs, arm in front of the body. As always, we lift our elbow up, the bent elbow up, so that the arm flops naturally underneath. Now think of this arm as a seat belt. It's going to go across and take hold of the leg. And then there's that burp. Good work, Theo. Always on time. Gently tilting the baby. So they're getting a little bit of tiger pose, a little bit of sort of tummy time in some ways, and just gently stroke their back. Breathing in and breathing out. Now if you want a bit of a stronger hold, you can always bring that arm underneath, clasping it to create that nice lock. And what you can do here is either swing the hips from side to side, or what I like is to get that nice circle movement going. Woo! I'm going to do round and round the garden. Okay, we're going to go round and round the garden one way and then the other. So, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 foot, 2 foot, and tickle you under there. Gently swap the direction of which your hips are going, so take it in the opposite direction. If your baby doesn't like coming down on their front, you can always have them cradled in your arms. Here we go. Round and round the garden. Round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, and tickle you under there. Very good. Now, if your baby's not liking this, that's absolutely fine. You can put them down. We're going to do one more song, and we're going to go to the moon. So keeping them in their arms, we're going to do zoom, 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 going to the moon. And then we're going to count down from 5. And if you want to, you can either just zoom up like that with baby, or you can change the position back to brace and lift them up in the air, depending on how they're feeling today. So, here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll get there very soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and whee! And whee! For 3, yeah! For 2, and for 1. Very good. Good boy. From here, we're gently going to place them down. And we're going to do one more song, but we're going to go and make sure that we have nice strong glutes, nice strong legs to make sure we can pick up our baby. So place baby down the mat. We're going to come into goddess pose. So Lots of options with goddess pose. Make sure you're facing baby, but I'm just going to show you towards the mat. Feet out, heels in, sitting down, so a squat down with your knees over your ankles. Now remember, the whole focus for this, which you might not have done before pregnancy, is all about this pelvic floor. So stop yourself from releasing gas, stop yourself from releasing any wee. And then once more, think about that pelvic floor, tilt. Remember, we're trying to bring those hips towards the rib cage. Now, options here. You can do twinkle twinkle, or what I was going to do is I'm a little teapot. So I'm a little teapot, short and stout, lower down to your goddess. Here's my handle, here's my spout. When you lift me up, the tea comes out. Lift me up and pour me out. So take a nice deep breath. You can stay in your goddess pose, or if you need that little break, you can straighten the legs before we come down for a second side. So as you inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower down. Go as far as you can go. Really find your challenging edge today. Feel the burn of the glutes. Feel the thighs start to heat up. And if you want to go there, you can come up onto your tiptoes, raising the heels, okay? Totally up to you. Let's do I'm a little teapot on the other side. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. When you lift me up, the tea comes out. Lift me up and pour me out. Take one more breath here. Gently lower your heels down if you have them raised. Well done if you did. And then gently, all gone. Push through those heels, come back to straight. We're just going to take a nice forward fold. So bring the toes in, the heels out. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, flutter them down, putting lots of magic over baby. So take a nice forward wide leg fold, just reversing our goddess pose, allowing the blood to just flow down. We're going to come onto the floor now for the final sequence before we come into Shavasana. So make sure that you've got yourself in a nice position so that baby can see you. Bring us all the way down to the floor. We're going to start with some toe taps. Okay, baby, it's all gone. And with our toe taps, I want you to make sure you get down on the floor the correct way. And the best way to support and strengthen our core is to come onto our side and then lower ourselves down onto our side, like this, and then roll onto our back. So rather than just doing like an almost sit-up, okay? And you get up the same way. So from the back, you roll onto the side, you use your hand to push yourself all the way up. So we're just going to take some nice toe taps, and this is really focusing on that pelvic floor. So just line yourself alongside your baby. Hello, sweet pea. Now, make sure that you've got your back nice and grounded into the floor. So find that if you've got your back arched, that's wrong. And you don't want to be pushing too much. You want to find that neutral spine, okay? So have a little bit of a rock, find that neutral spine. Now with your toe taps, depending on whether you have separation of the stomach, which you can find out whether you have or not by taking an inhale in this position, exhale, switching on the pelvic floor, pulling in your navel to your spine, and gently lifting your head up off the floor. And then from here, using your fingers just to push down along the line, the middle center line by your belly button, and seeing if there's any dips. And if there's dips that's of 2 centimeters or more, then that means that you've got a separation there, okay? It's very, very normal with pregnancy. I have it myself. So if you do have that, I would advise doing one leg toe taps. If not, if you're all good, then you can bring yourself into tabletop, which is both legs up, and doing alternate toe taps, okay? So from here, I'm going to take a nice inhale. As you exhale, I want you to think about closing off the wind, closing off the wee, tipping your hips so that they're up towards your rib cage, sucking in, making that vacuum lock, and then as you exhale, lifting up the leg, the right leg, making sure that left leg, if it is on the floor, is nice and light. And a way of like practicing this is just to sort of gently try and lift it off the floor So you're not taking it off the floor, you're just trying to reduce that weight. Make sure that thigh, that the bent leg is not tense. And then gently keep that exhale. So inhale at the top, exhale, gently take the foot down to tap, and then bring it back up. Keeping eye contact with baby the whole time. So breathe in, keep grounding the back into the floor, gently lower the foot, tap, and bring it back up again. Inhale at the top, exhale, tap it down. Remember, every inhale, release. On every exhale, tighten the back passage, the front passage, tilt, push the back into the floor, and gently take the foot down. Bring it up. Notice if you're pushing into the floor with that opposite bent knee. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So you should feel the muscles just inside the pelvic bone, the really big knobbly one. If you bring it inside, you should feel those muscles just working here. Let's swap sides. So keep that right leg bent, that left leg up. Inhale, exhale, back passage, front passage. Tilt the hips, bring navel to spine. Lifting off that right leg, so making sure it's not grounding down heavy. Make sure that those thighs are not engaged, and bring it back up. 4 more. Inhale. Close the passages, tilt the hips, take the foot down. Really feel those muscles working around the pelvic floor. If you're not sure, feel free to drop me a line. We can go through this because it's really, really super important and helpful to help bring those muscles back together. You want that vacuum, that suction lock in the stomach. Do 1 more here, lowering down, and then bring it back up. So we're going to just grab our strap in our arms to take above us. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. You can do what I call toy soldier arms, where the arms are up in the air, the palms are facing each other, and you'll do the same movement that we'll do with the strap. Ooh, just knocking all your blocks down, my gorgeous. So from here, we're going to take the strap or your gown. Remember, coming up and down the same way. Lying on the back, taking the arms up in the air. From here, the same thing that we just did works. So you're going to take a nice inhale. You're going to exhale, close the back, close the front. But this time, as you take the arms over your head, you're going to gently slip the right heel out. Make sure that back is not arching or coming off the floor. And then gently bring it back to center. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Breathing in here. Engage, think about that pelvic floor, tip the hips. Good work, darling. And then gently take the rope over the head, stretch the arms. Make sure that you are not taking the back off the mat, and come back to center. Breathing in. Exhale, right foot slips along, take the arms over the head. You can allow baby to play or try and grab for the end of the rope. Breathe in. Exhale, left leg goes straight, the arms go over the head. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back to center. Let's do 1 more each side. Inhale. Close the passages. Remember, tilt those hips towards the ribs. Take the arms over the heads. Make sure that bent knee is not pushing down too heavy and taking that weight. We want the core muscles to be working. Final 1. Gently back to center. We're going to come into our bridge pose now. Bridge, another great one for working that pelvic floor and helping the muscles to come together. Now, if your baby does not weigh a ton, you can bring baby onto your hips and lift baby up. Yeah, but you weigh a ton, don't you? So you can also use your block between your knees, or you can place the baby also between your legs if you want to. So, coming down. Here we go. We're going to do 10, have a pause, and then do another 10. If you want to push yourself a little bit more, you can do what I call a half bridge. You lift yourself up to the top, and then instead of coming all the way down, you just come halfway down, pause, and then push all the way back up again. try 10. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, close the back, close the front. Tilt the hips towards the rib cage. Push up into your bridge. This is 1. Pause here. Have everything clenching, including your glutes. Should be a nice straight line from knee to hips to shoulders. Gently come down halfway, then push back up again for 2. Yeah. Once again, you can count another language if you have a second language. Pushing up for 3. Lowering down, pushing up for 4. Lowering down, halfway if you are, for 5. Lower down, coming up for 6. For 7. Ooh, good start. For 8. For 9. And for 10. Slowly roll all the way down. So the last thing to come down is your bum. Take a little moment here. Maybe give the legs a little windscreen wipe from side to side, or if you prefer, bringing the knees into the chest for a little hug to release any tension in that lower back. Okay, so find what feels right for you. If you need to, you can grab a little toy to just rattle above your baby's face so they can grab and keep them entertained. So from here, I'm going to do 10 more. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, remember, closing back passage, closing front passage. Tipping the hips so they're towards the rib cage, creating that vacuum lock as we gently roll up to our bridge. Then coming down halfway, and then pushing back up for 2. Halfway down, coming up for 3. Use that breath. For 4. For 5. For 6. For 7. For 8. Doing good. This should feel the burn now. Yes, it should, I know. For 9. And for 10. Slowly roll down. Bring that block out from between the legs. Roll onto your side to come out nice and safely. So rolling onto your side, lifting yourself up, and then gently coming to cover your baby in lots of kisses. Yeah. Lifting you up because you've slipped down again. And then we're going to just finish by coming into a nice reclined stretch, and then coming to lie either side your baby, or you can take a shavasana of your choice. So either lying alongside your baby, lying on your back in shavasana if your baby's fallen asleep. So from here, options. For your reclined twist, we're going to bring ourselves down. With the knees bent, we're going to use that same movement. So take a nice inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to close back passage, close front passage, tilt the hips, and then gently take our legs and bent over to one side. So make sure that both shoulders stay on the mat. If the shoulder starts to come off the mat, you've gone too far, okay? Don't worry about getting those knees down. You want to use and make sure you get that nice twist through the back. Gently, as you inhale, exhale, come back to center, and then take it to the other side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, close back passage, close front passage, tip the hips towards the rib cage, and then gently take the legs over to the other side, nice and bent. Remember, you want to keep those shoulders on the floor, okay? So if they're rising up, that's not good. Breathing in, breathing out. Your final breath here, and then gently bring those knees back to center. Come and make yourself comfortable for your shavasana. Now, options here, you can come and lie alongside your baby and have a little eye contact with them here. If they're asleep, You can lie on your back and enjoy the sleep with them. Theo knows that he's ready for his sleep. So just close your eyes down and lie just gazing at your baby or holding your baby. You can take a seated Shavasana if you like. What you want is just to be able to relax and have a closeness with baby. And just be able to be present in our Shavasana. Nice and present. And just taking in the moment right now. So we'll do a little mini meditation. If you want, you can start by just focusing on the head. So take your gaze to your little baby's head. You can smell their head, you can look at their hair. And then gently allow yourself to relax through the forehead, relax through the jaw. Yeah. Have a little play with your baby, cover them in kisses. And allow yourself to just let any tension come out of the body. Yeah. From here, just allow yourself a nice deep breath as you come down. Notice the jaw's got any tension, let it relax. Let all that tension fade away as you look at your baby. Look at their magical little button nose. Their gorgeous little smile if they're starting to smile at you. Come down to your shoulders. If you're lying on the floor, just let those shoulders relax. If you're in a seated position, take that nice breath in and relax the shoulders down. The neck's feeling tight, just do what we did at the beginning by taking a few neck rolls to finish. If you can, close your eyes to take a few minutes just to enjoy that peace, that quiet. And the breaths are super important to help just calm and relax. Coming to the hips. Notice if they're heavy, relax them down. Relax the shoulders and the hips, the chest. Let that breath release any tension. Coming to the feet, give them a little wiggle. Let go of any tension in your feet, just give them a little wiggle, maybe take a little wiggle to baby's feet as well. Little wiggle to their hands. And you can stay here just lying with your baby, being completely present in the moment. Enjoying the quiet, enjoying the peace.